All right, we're trying take two for this because my camera batteries keep dying at like 60% battery, and I'm not quite sure about why that's happening. But welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily, and typically I talk a lot about Salesforce. However, today we are catching up on the 52 certifications in 52 weeks challenge that I have been doing. Today we're coming at you with certification number 4, and this one is going to be the HubSpot Marketing Hub certification. You are likely not watching these videos in order because I have kind of jumbled the order a lot, and depending on when you're watching this, but for certification number 2, I thought that this certification was actually the HubSpot social media marketing certification, but it was not, which is a bummer, but I was already there, and I was like, I'm already started, so I should probably finish this. But I did get this certification a couple of weeks ago, and I felt like this certification was very helpful to understand the various marketing tools that HubSpot has in their wheelhouse. Now, I am a Salesforce girly. I have been exploring other products that are similar to Salesforce and other CRMs and kind of broadening my horizons. So this one was very similar to Marketing Cloud if you are familiar with Salesforce marketing tools. Salesforce is pretty stingy with their marketing features, so it's really hard to test those out unless you have a paid subscription to Salesforce. But what I will say is that I feel like these tools provide a lot of value if you are looking for a low-cost solution to get you by for a small to mid-sized business without breaking the bank using a Salesforce level software. I feel like Salesforce, especially Salesforce marketing tools, are more of like an enterprise level tool rather than a small to mid-sized company tool. And I guess that's just Salesforce and HubSpot's relationship in general, is that HubSpot is usually your entry-level CRM, whereas Salesforce is your mid-sized to enterprise-level CRM. But this certification, I don't know how long it took me to get. The breakdown of how long the course is and how long the material and the video course is from HubSpot, it says it's 5 hours. Now, I am a 2 to 3 times speed kind of person, and so I will definitely be bumping that up based upon if I am just focusing on this or if I'm doing other things while I'm listening to it. But that being said, I think I probably could have gotten it within a 4-hour chunk of time. I think I was on an airplane to Florida to go visit my sister when I took this. So I might have been on a layover, or I might have been at the hotel or waiting for something while getting the certification, which is totally doable. These are not proctored certification exams, so it was an easy one to pick up. Let's jump into some of these sections, and I'll tell you about the certification, and I'll tell you a little bit more about what this one is about. The first one is just an introduction to Marketing Hub. So it's like, hey, this is Marketing Hub. This is what it will help with. That's just going to be that section, very introductory. Next is going to be using buyer personas. So a buyer persona, which is a very difficult phrase to say very quickly and to say a lot, but the buyer persona is essentially, generally, what is your customer going to be? One of my favorite brands here in Utah is Swig. If you have seen any type of reality TV, then you probably know about Swig, but Swig is generally geared towards the stay-at-home moms. It's geared towards teenage girls, sometimes teenage boys who live in a coffee-free environment is what I will say. Or who want a coffee-free alternative and who enjoy soda. I personally really enjoy soda. If you're looking for a Swig recommendation, this is a total tangent, but I really enjoy the Life's a Peach. Look that one up. It's very delicious. But the buyer persona is just going to be a general outline of what your customer is going to look like. The next section is going to be contacts within the contacts database. So how do you create a contact? How do you import contacts? What can you do with contacts? Very similar to contacts within Salesforce. Next is going to be understanding segmentation within HubSpot. So Here is another example that I use frequently on segmentation, and it goes along with that buyer persona. So another store here that is popular, I guess generally in the US West, is going to be Cabela's. And I know it's also popular in the East and just generally in the US, but this is all about hunting, hiking, fishing, camping. It has a lot of outdoorsy type of gear. Now, segments are going to be those sections of your business or of your company. If you wanted to market to just the hikers, you could segment people down into people who are interested in hiking or people who are interested in fishing, or you could combine those based upon your campaign's needs if you are marketing a product that could go to multiple categories. But that's going to be segments, and that helps to break down specifically email campaigns, which we got into a little bit in the later sections. Next is going to be creating a campaign within HubSpot. A campaign just being a short-term push to a particular product or service. Going back to this Cabela's example, let's say if we were marketing for the 2026 hunting season, then we could create a campaign segmented down to the people who enjoy hunting, and then we can market based upon that segment of people who are hunters and who enjoy that thing, that hunting segment and that sport. I'm not a huge hunting person, but I know that lots of people are. Next was going to be call to actions. Call to actions being, okay, at the end of an email or a social media post, what are you going to ask your viewers or your subscribers to do? Like a call to action for me might be, hey, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I know based upon other YouTube channels that I watch that little subscribe button that's probably like right here, or maybe it's right here, will be lighting up in like a rainbow color. But that's an example of a call to action. Next was creating forms within HubSpot. So that is going to be like an intake form of, hey, I'm interested in this product. So you might say, if we're bridging a lot of these different concepts, let's say you are sending an email out to people saying, hey, if you are interested in our 2026 hunting new releases, please sign up via this form. And then they would sign up, and then you would be able to collect that information. Next is going to be understanding workflows, which is going to be all about automation. Then it was getting started with email in HubSpot. And finally, it was going to be understanding marketing reporting. So if I put in, let's say, $1,000 into a paid marketing campaign on social media or to Google Ads, I would want to see a specific amount back. Now, this is going to vary based upon business to business on how much I would expect back and what would be the measure of success. So let's say if I put in $1,000 of paid ads and I got $10,000 of revenue back, for some businesses that would be fantastic. Other businesses that would be pretty terrible. Really just depends on the business. But regardless, I like to say this phrase is the better data and the more data you have, the better decisions you can make. So regardless, it's helpful to collect that data and then visualize it, understand it within the reports, so then you or other people at the company can make better decisions with it. But that is going to be the Marketing Hub course. The certification, again, was not proctored, so it was pretty chill for me to take in the outrageously busy and crowded Dallas-Fort Worth airport on my way to Tallahassee. But it was a good one regardless, and it was very helpful to understand a lot of the different features and things that I can do within Marketing Hub and understand how does it compare to Salesforce's marketing features. I do appreciate that you can go in and you can go and do stuff within their Marketing Hub, whereas Salesforce is pretty stingy with their developer org when it comes to the Marketing Cloud features, which I personally just don't understand, and I have a big grudge about it. With that, please let me know if you have gotten this certification, what you thought, if you are planning on getting this certification, what certifications should I get next, what certification should we make courses on. You can keep up with my journey over on LinkedIn. It's where I post more in real time about it. I am also a LinkedIn learning instructor, so you can find more about our courses over there. But thank you so much. I'll catch you guys in the next one.